This is the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about a special city council meeting in Soap Lake where a council member was reprimanded for a letter criticizing the mayor. Reporter Cameron Probert has the details.
The Soap Lake City Council reprimanded Councilmember Robert Brown for his part in a letter questioning Mayor Raymond Gravel's decisions. The council held a special meeting Friday afternoon to discuss the letter, which was sent to Soap Lake residents in the mail last week. The letter from Brown and resident Maynard Hagan urged voters not to re-elect Gravel because of his poor performance. The letter cited 5 reasons, including leaving a 65-year-old cement water pipe underneath Main Avenue during the downtown reconstruction project and putting more money in the parks budget. The council members said all the items listed in the letter were decisions made by the council, not by Gravel. They decided to censure Brown for violating a city code that states, "The council's dealings with the mayor, whether in public or private, should respect the authority of the mayor in administrative matters. Disagreements should be expressed in policy terms, rather than in terms that question the satisfaction with or support of the mayor." When iFIBER 1 News asked whether the rules apply to political speech, Councilmember Joanne Rushton said the council wasn't taking questions. Councilmember John Glasgow said he wasn't in favor of the rules when they were approved, but he's bound by them now.
And as I read them, they're clear. And whether or not Mr. Brown is acting on his own behalf as a private citizen or whether he's acting as an official, he can't get rid of the official mantle by simply leaving the building.
Correct.
That we have certain authority and certain responsibilities that are with the job, as long as we hold it, as far as I'm concerned.
Day in and day out. So
I've decided to vote in favor of the censure, even though I'm generally against some of the structure of our rules, but we're bound by what we decide as a group.
Brown left the meeting after he said he was spurred to support Gravel.
This council would like to see me shut up. In fact, you'd like to see me kicked out. And I have rights the same as you. If the mayor has a problem with the letter that I wrote, I'm willing to debate him anytime, any place that he so chooses. I did not act in a matter of a position as an officer of this organization. I acted as an individual citizen. I have civil rights the same as all the rest of you.
Gravel did not attend the meeting after receiving advice from the city attorney that it may be a conflict of interest. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
In Moses Lake, a donation from Home Depot to an elementary school is designed to help students interact more and meet new friends. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
At Lakeview Elementary School, recess is often the highlight of the day, and last week the students got a new addition to their playground. The Moses Lake Home Depot donated a new bench to the school called the Buddy Bench. Lakeview Principal Christy Bateman talked about why she had it brought in.
And our hope for the Buddy Bench is that when kids don't have a playmate at recess time or they're feeling lonely, that other kids will see them sitting on the Buddy Bench and come over and ask them to play, so they'll have a playmate.
With kids of all grade levels using the playground every day, Counselor Rhonda Ebel said the bench gives them a chance to meet new friends.
The goal is to help children feel connected to their school, to their classmates, to their learning, and just when they have a positive feeling about what's going on, they're able to learn.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cristina Sanchez with your local weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors. One great place to buy and service a car. We do have a slight cool down in temperatures. Highs today right around the low 60s. We do have a high pressure system has built into the northwest. Mild temperatures will continue for this weekend as well as the dry weather, but we do have a slight chance of showers coming up late Sunday. I'll let you know more about that in just a bit. Within the past 24 hours, as we take a look at our almanac for us here in Ephrata, our low temperature 37 this morning. Our average low is 36. Our high temperature today right around 61. And the average high temperature for us here in Ephrata is right around at 58 degrees. The record high temperature was set back in 2013 and the record high was 70 degrees for us here in Ephrata. And for you in Moses Lake this morning, very cold start to the day with 33 degrees as the low temperature, right around that average low temperature for this time of year, which is 34 for you in Moses Lake. Your high temperature 61, average high is 59, and your record high temperature was set back in 1992 and your record high was 69 degrees. Currently, we still have those temperatures right around 60 degrees. Winds blowing from the south-southeast between 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy skies for the rest of the evening and throughout the overnight hours. As we head into this Saturday, we will have mostly cloudy skies once again, dry conditions for this Saturday afternoon. Then on Sunday, there will be that slight chance of seeing some showers on Sunday night. So it'll be late Sunday as we do have mostly cloudy skies. Then the best chance for showers will be next week. High temperatures for Saturday afternoon in Seattle, right around the upper 50s. Long Beach mid-60s as the high temperature, mostly cloudy skies in the morning hours as well. Yakima, your high temperature right around the low 60s. In the northwest, highs right around 60 degrees. Tri-City areas right around 63. As we take a closer view within our area, we do expect those high temperatures to stay once again right around the low 60s for us. 63, Moses Lake as well. Royal City 65 as a high temperature. Mostly cloudy skies for this Saturday and Sunday night. That's whenever we will have that chance of showers. Slight chance of showers Sunday night. Highs will increase slightly for Sunday, so perfect temperatures to enjoy outdoor activities, outdoor fall activities. Then we'll have that drop in temperatures in the low 60s, but still mild for this time of year. Our average high should be right around the upper 50s, so we'll stay above the average high temperature, and low temperatures will once again be right around the upper 30s, low 40s in the morning hours for this weekend, but dry conditions will continue. Remember that slight chance of showers will be for Sunday night. Best chance of showers will be by the middle of the next work week. Thank you for being with us. Stay tuned with us. We'll be right back with sports.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Ah, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go Flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
The Cougars and Spartans mixed it up on the pitch in 2B soccer action on Thursday. Here's Sean Wells with the story.
The Warden Cougars were looking for their 9th consecutive win in a row, hosting Granger on the pitch. It was senior night for Warden, and the Cougars didn't disappoint, knocking off the Spartans 8-0. Jenny Mendoza scored first for Warden off a cross from Brenna Whitney. Mendoza returned the favor just 1 minute later, hooking up with Whitney off a cross for a 2-0 lead. Mendoza added 2 more first-half goals, giving her a hat trick and a 5-0 lead at the break. The Cougars came out strong again in the second half. Freshman Bailey Whitley knocked in this 35-yard free kick, pushing the lead to 6-0. The Cougars would then tack on 2 more goals to close out the match. Journey Mendoza finished with a hat trick and an assist for Warden, while Brenna Whitney recorded 2 goals and an assist. The Cougars are off this weekend but are back in action next Tuesday at Royal.
Hundreds of swimmers from 7 high schools in and around the basin were battling out for bragging rights, but it wasn't the home team with the last words.
Moses Lake hosted a Big 9 swim meet Thursday, and it was Wenatchee coming away with the win. This one was all Panthers, as the Wenatchee squad took top honors in 11 events, finishing with 706 team points. The Chiefs touched first in 3 events. Anna Fair captured the 100 backstroke and the 100 butterfly. Cora Dana took first in the 50 freestyle. The Chiefs end regular season competition with a 5-1 record and a 2nd place finish to 6-0 Wenatchee. District preliminary swims get underway October the 29th at the Moses Lake High School pool.
Moses Lake stubbed its toes on the pitch and dropped a 3-1 match at West Valley. A late first half and early second half goal by Caitlin Quamps put the Rams up top 2-0. Kendra Hanses pushed the score to 3-0 at the 53rd minute. The Chiefs avoided the shutout when the Rams scored an own goal off a Morgan Scone cross. West Valley, now at 10-0, nailed down the Big 9 conference title with the win. Moses Lake falls to 6-4 with 2 games left to play. The Chiefs get both contests at home, beginning with Davis on Tuesday. Moses Lake volleyball dropped a 3-set match to #1 ranked West Valley at home last night. The Rams took the first set 25-12, the second 25-10, and the third 25-11. West Valley improves to 24-0 on the season. The Chiefs fall to 3-7 with 2 games to go, but can still make the postseason if they split, as 6 teams get in. Basin football action has Ephrata at Prosser for a huge CWAC showdown. Quincy hosts Othello. Warden hosts Soap Lake in 2B action. And Royal looks to push its win streak to 8 games when the Knights host Columbia Burbank. ACH hosts Waterville in 8-man football. And iFIBER Communications will be broadcasting the Moses Lake Wenatchee game live from Lions Field at 7 p.m. Have a great weekend. We'll be back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
The Dodge brothers' competitive spirit and engineering prowess started long before they built their first car, and will continue long after their latest, the most technologically advanced vehicle in its class.
Our next story is about a dance studio in Moses Lake rehearsing for a performance of the Nutcracker at Moses Lake High School in December. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Young performers at today's Generation Dance Studio in Moses Lake have been rehearsing since July to present the Nutcracker at Moses Lake High School Theater. The performance comes in time for the holiday season, December 11th and 12th. Performance times, 1 on Friday and 2 on Saturday, are to be announced. It's a ballet production that involves 150 performers. Most of the performers are students, but 20 are adult actors from the community. Naomi Hanvey is directing the production. Hanvey, who has been a ballet instructor at today's Generation for 7 years, said ballet fans can expect a grand-scale production.
We have some very large props that most of our props are made by parents who are very handy with either sewing or engineering. There's about 200 costumes and some big movable parts that is part of the show.
She said the young ballerinas have spent many hours perfecting their dance performances.
The bigger parts, Clara, Sugar Plum Fairy, Snow Queen, Rose, they're in the studio a lot. Some of the girls have only 1 part and some of the girls have 3. I think 3 is the most parts that anyone has, and so those girls have to be here a lot more.
Hannah Visker, who plays the lead character of Clara in the Nutcracker, is 13 years old and one of the young performers. She's a 7th grader at Chief Moses Middle School and said she was excited to take on the starring role. She explained why.
The experience and the great opportunity I have to do it, and just to show everyone how good I am.
Hannah has been dancing since she was 3 and plans a future with the Moses Lake High School's Malahayats dancers. Hanvey says the performance should be bigger and better.
Our story is pretty traditional for the most part. Every studio, every company puts a little bit of their own spin on things. In our version, we have not just little cute mice, but also some big scary rats. That was something I wanted to add in to make the battle scene a little bit truly feel like something dangerous is happening. So that's one of our more exciting scenes. We have some unique props. Our Chinese dance has a dragon. We're adding some other big props this year that are a lot of work, but they're also really exciting for the dancers. Every year we try to make it a little bit better, a little bit more professional, and a little bit more spectacular.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. The next story is about Astronomy Night at North Elementary School in Moses Lake. A Big Bend University professor and his students gave residents a chance to go stargazing. Reporter Joe Utter was there and has the story.
As the sun set on a clear night in Moses Lake,
Students and their parents gathered at North Elementary School to get a closer look at the sky. The school hosted its first Astronomy Night, which was open to both students and the community. Big Bend Community College astronomy and physics professor Jim Ham brought his students, along with some telescopes, to teach elementary school students about astronomy. Ham explains what students and their parents were able to see up close.
Mostly it was just the moon. We caught Saturn for just a little while, but it was low in the sunset, and so it's pretty much gone for the year. But Teresa had her telescope aimed at the Andromeda Galaxy for a little while, and I don't know if anybody caught, there's a double star called Alberio that we usually try to show on things like this, and it's two stars that are real close together, but they're contrasting colors, so it's kind of a pretty sight.
And Ham said in this time of the month, when the moon is in its first quarter, is a good time to take a look through a telescope.
This is a good time of the month to look at the moon, because when it's a half moon like this, you can look at the day-night boundary, and the shadows are real stark this time of the month.
North Elementary School Principal Kelly Frederick said the event was a unique opportunity for students and parents to learn more about science and get the community involved with activities.
It is. Anytime you can get the community involved with our students and letting them know what they're interested in, their passions that include science, technology, engineering, and math, where it's a win-win. We've got the community here doing it, our students excited and learning, and their parents involved in everything. So it's a great program. We sure appreciate the Big Bend and the community members that are coming to help us show our kids what the moon looks like up close.
Ham said he and his students try to hold similar stargazing nights at least once every fall at different schools.
Usually we can fit in one in the fall quarter, sometimes one in the spring as well. Spring's a little harder because of going off daylight savings time. We're back on it, it doesn't get dark forever, so it's harder to fit that in.
Ham said he gained an interest in astronomy after taking classes when he was a student. He holds both a bachelor's degree and PhD in physics, but said stargazing isn't just part of his career.
It's a hobby too. I spend most of my summer vacations doing astronomy related things. Last summer we went to Hawaii and went up at night on Haleakala Crater on Maui and took pictures there. And I go camping to these star parties, big gatherings of amateur astronomers. So,
this is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Rounding out this week's news coverage is a story about the return of commercial air service in Moses Lake. A Seattle-based airline will begin offering flights next year. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
For the first time since 2009, Grant County residents will have commercial air service back at the Grant County International Airport. The Port of Moses Lake announced Tuesday that Portland-based Seaport Airlines is expanding their current service connecting Moses Lake to the west side of Washington and beyond. The initial rollout will have 3 daily round-trip flights to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport and 1 daily round-trip flight to Portland International Airport. Anyone looking to get away to the Olympic Peninsula can connect to one of 5 daily flights to Port Angeles from SeaTac. Flights are scheduled to take off from the Grant County International Airport starting March 1st, 2016, and fares from Moses Lake to both Seattle and Portland will start at $59 each way. Seaport uses Cessna Caravan turboprop aircraft, which seat 9 passengers and can get to Portland or Seattle in about 90 minutes. Port of Moses Lake Director of Business Development Richard Hanover said the news is big for Grant County.
It's something that we've been excited about. It's part of our long-term economic development plan here at the Port of Moses Lake. It opens a whole wide range of new businesses that we'll be able to go after here at the port. We were really strategic about the airline that we chose. In the past, a lot of the airlines that we've approached about coming to Moses Lake and providing service, the planes were excess of 70 seats or more. We decided that we needed to take a little bit more surgical approach about the airline that we were going to choose, and we chose a company that was going to be able to provide service that was manageable for our area. So yes, it's going to be sustainable long term.
Seaport officials say passengers can start making reservations in November. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
That wraps up our weekend edition. iFIBER 1 News will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. with the latest news from around the Columbia Basin. Thank you for watching.